Okay.
Okay, the time is 7:31. I'd like everyone to stand for our invocation and pledge.
Father God, we as a group in this community come together each month and we try to do what's best for this community. We ask that you lead our thoughts, our footsteps, and all of our intentions for the will and for the betterment of this community and not for our own.
Yes.
We ask you to be in all of our movements. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So we'll do our roll call. I guess we'll start with Kathy.
Kathy O'Neill.
Elizabeth Osborne.
Pam Reed.
Brett Byers.
James Sim.
Allison Zerbeck.
Okay. Any announcements?
I just wanted to say that we did go to training last month and it was really good. A lot of things will be changing because new things have come.
Some new laws are coming to place, so we will be doing some things a little bit different.
Yeah, but it was pretty fun. I liked going. Had a good time.
Me too.
Me too. And again, no movies in the park for May. We'll discuss that later. Any citizens input related to our agenda?
Debbie,
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Since it came to my attention that you own the property all the way up to us, we're looking to have a car show, and sometimes they trailer their cars in.
Mhm.
Would you have any objection to them parking their trailers on that property during the car show?
No, just as long as I have notice ahead of time.
So you don't, sometimes we need overflow parking area. If you don't mind, we'd like to use it if.
Maybe just sign a waiver for income damage.
Yeah,
that
we
happens.
need you to sign a waiver for damage.
Oh, yeah.
or-
You need to request in writing.
Yeah, we'll need the waiver so that, no one will hold us liable if something happens, for it. But otherwise, I don't see a problem with us doing that.
Okay, yeah, because that would make it a whole lot more convenient for these folks rather than have to go all the way to the park with their trailer and walk back.
that would be good.
I don't see a problem with that, as long as we get a waiver.
It would draw attention to our building and property too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so let's go to our consent agenda. Our last minutes were for March and April. Look over them. Sorry, I probably have an extra piece of paper in everybody's. I just noticed.
I don't remember us talking about them being concerned about us giving the volunteer department.
Are you talking about on the March board?
Yes, actually,
That's the statement that I made during the meeting.
that was actually the statement that she did under the I don't remember now. Yeah, under old business discussion A.
During the air.
And I'm not sure if that's the way that we need to put this in here, or if we need to go back and put it under old business A.
It should probably go underneath where we did the discussion about it.
Under A.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that same month?
It was during the meeting that
It
I.
was during-
Okay, and I just have it at the end, right? So I
Right.
can go fix that.
Yeah, we'll just put it under A. And fix
The
that.
plan. There's nothing from March in this, is it? It's just April.
March.
I have March.
You should have
March
March,
fourth.
March 4th. We, do you not have it in your report? No, here's the March 4th.
And April 1st.
Should have it March. Mhm.
So I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from March the 4th and April the 22nd.
If we're going to correct it, we can.
We need
Can't do
to,
that, you
Can't
can't,
do that yet until it's corrected.
pending corrections that we addressed, can't do that.
I mean, we can accept them contingent on her changing that.
Contingent on.
Contingent on the corrections
Yeah.
that we know they're doing this week.
Yeah. I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Who seconded that?
I did.
The time in the profit and loss. Nutrition, they are not going to pay, right?
Okay.
They're paying?
No, they're not paying. So, and I kind of knew that that was gonna happen, but I needed to put it on our budget anyway when we did it, just,
Yeah.
in case something happened, but,
Who's not
The-
paying?
the fish and nutrition never has paid what they should have. But the other income that we have under revenues, that's what, back taxes paid back.
Do they pay that?
They're paying
Mhm.
back.
That's good.
So they're good. Yeah, so if you see other revenues, that's where back taxes.
Where is it?
Right here. 14.
Oh, okay,
That amount. That's back.
it's good.
It's good. Yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing good.
And we still haven't received our sales tax for
60,000.
the money that we're supposed to receive from the city yet.
Well,
We're supposed to get that.
we were supposed to get it in quarters,
That's what I thought.
We haven't received any.
April, May.
so we should have gotten September, October, November, a quarter. December, January, February, a quarter. March, April, May, a quarter. May,
We haven't gotten anything since last September.
we got something, yeah, we haven't gotten since in this year. And I have discussed this with them, and this will be corrected. It's just a good thing we have money in the bank.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be corrected, or we need to discuss plan B.
It will be corrected.
Okay.
It will be corrected.
With motion?
If you're willing,
Well, I would like to, before we can accept it, we have to get that 11-12-104 corrected.
yes.
Because it's showing that we gave 10,000 out for the Jam Fest,
Jam Fest,
but we
which
only
we did
gave
not.
5,000. They have it on there twice,
They have it on there twice.
Yeah, I see the 5,000.
but they have it here as well. And really,
Twice.
yeah, and they're saying that we budgeted 1,000 for it, but that's not true because we had already budgeted
So they just
5,000 for that one
underneath
from
this.
last year, yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know where that whole line item came from.
And I need to check into it further. That may be where they have put
The other part of
the fire department money. So I have to go in and check that further.
I see what you're saying, that would make sense with their numbers, but just not,
Fire department, you got 10,000?
no. It would have been
We gave the,
this one.
Yeah.
And she's thinking that what they did is instead of doing it here and somewhere else, they put it for another advertising, but we'd have to just have them change the line item name.
Where's the
I'm
10,000?
not surprised if all the books
That's-
messed up.
That is for,
Yes.
infrastructure development. Yeah, what is that one? 119106 under business incentives.
Business incentives.
906.
It's the same we've already,
So one of those for sure
it's 10,000.
is the, we gave the fire department
Right,
20,000,
Right.
right? 10,000 of that, I know for sure is under infrastructure development.
so then what would be the 15? Oh, wait, no, okay, I got you.
So
So that makes
that's
the other
10. But then I'm wondering where they put the other,
On other,
10.
down at the very bottom of that page.
other. So there's the fire department one, so I don't know what that one is. That
Yeah.
should not be there
At all.
at all.
Okay.
Okay,
So it needs to be corrected.
yeah, it needs to be corrected. That needs to be corrected right away.
We can just pass the vendor report then?
We can, accept the
And so-
profit and loss with corrections to be made.
I'll make a motion that we accept the profit and loss with the correction made to that Travers Jam that's an additional charge that we have not approved.
That we have not approved. And
And then also a correction to the fire department, right?
Elizabeth second. I'm sorry?
That also a correction,
No, it's correct.
It is correct where they've got the fire department set up.
split up in two different
And
areas.
Yes.
Yeah, they had to
Because
put
we
it in
have-
two different areas. And that's
So-
okay, but,
So on your main sheet, does this actually match the bank statement?
well, we went over that a little bit too. The bank statement matches our vendor report, and that's what it's supposed to do,
But there is a missing check number.
but there's not a. Oh, I'm so sorry.
But we are missing check number, one of the check numbers.
We buy the first round of drinks after the meeting.
Or the last.
Yeah. So,
The 3026?
Mhm.
we'll check on that too. And that may be just the issue of where the checks are, because she keeps them in her desk, they're not in order on her desk. And so we'll just have to look and see if that check is there.
Okay.
So if we don't use the money that we've been provided by the end of the year, does it go back to the city council?
No, it
No.
does not.
No, that's our money. Well, that's money for the EDC to do what they're supposed to be doing, function.
Mhm.
It has to come to us. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's federal,
That's
that's a
federal
federal
law.
There's
law.
some great things.
It's federal law. They have to have that money to us.
Okay, so.
But at the end of the year, if there's 20,000 left, where's it go?
It
If
stays in
there's,
our bank
if there's
account.
projects still open, then we have to have that money to continue to do the projects. So there's not leftover. Does that make sense? Like, because the only way there would be a remainder would be if all of our debts were paid, incomplete, and there was no outstanding projects to be done, then there would be leftovers, but
Well, what they're basically asking is if we have money left that we have not used from our budget, does the city get it? And that is not correct. It goes into our bank account for use for projects for the next year
and debts, right?
and debts.
Well, see, what I was getting at, like the city, the end of the year, what they don't use goes into an account.
A bank account, correct?
Yes.
And
But
that's,
there's a bank account out there for the city that has excess.
this is true.
And what do they do with that?
They just have it sitting there. There's over $600,000 in that account.
Then why did
What
they
I
have,
was told.
then why did they have to borrow money from us to do that road project?
That was before the money was there in their account.
So they've accumulated that in a short period of time.
Probably not all, probably some of it was there.
But there's money for the roads, some of it.
Yeah.
So we have to keep on track of.
No, but,
I mean, they had one side right this.
yeah, let's don't
Sign of order.
delve into the,
No.
let's don't get into the city's problems.
Look,
Ours.
I didn't mean it that way. What I meant was, that's the reason I asked the question, is what happens to what we have left over.
Right.
It
If we
goes
still
into our
have
bank
debts,
account.
yeah, if we still have debts and projects out, then we just go.
Okay, so we can just vote on accepting that. Profit and loss.
Yes. Vote on the bank statement, the profit and loss, and the vendor's report.
We did that.
We didn't vote on it, we just.
We got into a discussion, so all in favor of accepting all those with the corrections made to the profit and loss? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we're back on track.
Yes.
All right, one of the things we haven't done lately is talk about the meet and greet, so that's the next thing on my agenda. We were hoping that we would get our building fixed before we have our next meet and greet, but we'll discuss that a little bit later, and it's not gonna happen. So I'd like to discuss with you guys, when we want to do another one, and maybe see if we can get the chamber building for a meet and greet.
Any dates you have in mind?
What month do you want to do it? The next month? I think before we get too far into summer, because then it'll be busier for retail. And I'll be able to make it during the busy summer months, but I think June would be still feasible.
What's July?
I don't know about July. Because there's a lot going on with the Independence Day, and then a lot of, well, I would hope there's a lot of people coming into town for the summertime. But
So June, so is there any time in June that y'all particularly think maybe?
It's right around the corner.
It is,
Yeah.
we're right around the corner.
let me see what days do we usually do it on?
We want to do, I think on a Friday is what we had decided last time, that we would do it on a Friday.
So maybe we could do 21st or 28th. That would give us still a little bit of time.
Of June.
Of June.
What are you thinking, James? I can see
I
you
just-
shaking your head.
I don't know, I have to check. But it'll be in the evening, right, 5?
We'll do it at 5,
Right.
and I think we'll try to do it at the Chamber of Commerce, so that we can get a little bit more
Right.
participation.
Get them to blast it in the next meeting.
It's gonna get into my state night. No, just
You blast into our steak night.
okay.
So
I'll make that my
June-
chicken week.
June, what date again? 28th.
28th.
Okay.
June 28th, right?
Why does that sound like there's something going on that day? But it doesn't show on the calendar, so.
It gives us several weeks.
And we want to cater it, so that would be the next question. We decided last year we would cater when we did this.
Right.
So, suggestions on catering?
I would suggest that we keep it in town just so that we can support more of our businesses. I know there's not a lot of options, but maybe even we could speak with like Dell's and see if they would just put us some stuff together for later in the evening or something.
What kind of meat you looking at for this?
Well, usually it's like finger foods that we do, for it.
Like we were doing sandwiches.
Yeah, like grilled sandwiches
Yeah.
and just stuff like that.
Dips, chip, fruit.
Dips, chips, fruit.
Yeah,
You
this
think
is
you could handle something like that? How many people we looking at?
on Friday.
How many were there? Last time?
20 or 30.
20 to 30,
I didn't get to make that work.
about 20 to 30.
But it's on a Friday.
It's on Friday.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the
That's
most.
That's a
when you have your
problem.
steak night.
Yeah. That's when you have-
Yeah, our kitchen's closed.
Kitchen closed at the,
Your kitchen's closed that day.
on Friday.
We should open it just for our meeting.
Well,
What time would your meeting be?
5.
So we'd have to clear out of the kitchen before. No promises, but let us talk about that.
So do we just need a motion on getting it catered and the date? I'll make a motion that we'll do the meet and greet for the businesses on June 28th and that we cater the event with one of the local businesses.
Okay. A second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Slight amendment.
Slide amendment?
Yeah, we might want to make sure of getting at least 2 or 3 people down for that, because we'd only meet every 2 weeks, so we might start forcing ourselves into a tough decision if we already don't got that. Start reaching out to at least a few people.
Right,
Oh, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right, yeah,
So we
yeah.
need to know as soon as possible.
So what we'll need to know is before our next meeting, our June meeting, we'll need to know for sure who we're gonna have.
We need to know real quick.
So we'll
By
need to know
By our
before,
June meeting,
Okay.
so that we can figure
which would
that out.
be June.
You can bring the steaks over there.
We're not serving steak, are we?
No, no.
Okay, so, we'll do that. The next thing on the agenda then is movies in the park. Um, We haven't been really pushing movies in the park this year because last year it was mainly me and my husband doing it. And this year with health issues that my husband's going through, it's been a little difficult to try to do. So, I want to know how y'all feel about the movies in the park.
I think that they enjoyed it. I really do. People that I talked to, even at the last year's 4th of July, were telling me, that they wanted to come to the movies in the park and they enjoyed it. The kids did.
Yeah. They did.
I'd be more than willing to help set up if it's on the weekend. When I'm not working,
It would be a Saturday that we
Yeah.
would do it.
I could do it on Saturday.
See, I go to church on Saturday night.
I'll always have chat if it's a Saturday. It just has to help. Because I don't do anything but just sit in the house.
I think like the children's movies did best.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah.
I've got, some movies that I had bought at the end of last year that were the super kids kind of movies, I
Yeah.
thought maybe they would like.
And I did get mine downloaded that we were having an issue with that night. It was Amazon's problem, not our problem. So, yeah.
So whether we want to do it again, or do we want to, maybe every other month, or every other week?
I know, that's what I was thinking, but
I mean,
that might be a little
every
bit.
Saturday night is a lot.
Yeah, every Saturday is a lot. We do it every 3 weeks.
Or do it every week and just get different people to commit to what weeks they're gonna do the setup and so forth. And I would volunteer for one of them. I think it might, if we keep the week-to-week meeting.
It makes
If
it
you
more
build it, they will
consistent.
come.
Right.
You gotta give that time for traction to get traction. I don't know. I've set up a couple times. My wife and I went there one time. She's like, too many bugs. I gotta go. But she's not Texas adjusted yet.
But yeah, we could do that if we had different people setting it up. Like we could start the first week in June, you know. If we want to do it every other week or every week. First of all, I guess we need to decide that.
Well, we could start with every other week to see how many people are showing up, to see if it was still something they're willing to do. That way we're not going overboard with it right off.
That's the big commitment, who's gonna do it, you?
I will. Okay.
Okay, so every other week,
Okay.
starting when?
June 10th, I can't. Okay, well, that would be that weekend. It would have to be after the 7th because my daughter has surgery.
After
So,
the 7th?
yeah, after that weekend of the 7th through the
So the next week was
14th. Or, I mean, 15th is on Saturday. That's the day before Father's Day. I could still do it.
You want to do the 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, June 15th.
And is it at dark 30 or is it at?
Yeah, dark 30
Dark
is what
30.
we told everybody because it's just too hard to figure out time.
Yeah, we have to do it a few times before we can see what the.
So we'll do it the 15th and the June the 29th would be the next time. Would somebody volunteer for that week?
I'll leave it,
You'll do it? Okay.
29th.
Okay. And
Then we talk about it the next meeting after that and see
Yeah.
how it went and
Yeah.
what we want to do.
yes, we can go that way and then we can see about July at that point.
And I can go ahead and get the flyers started so that everybody gets it in time.
Sounds good.
Did you volunteer first week?
I did, for June 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to make a motion?
I guess we should.
I will make a motion that we do Movies in the Park for June 15th and June 29th. I'll be the one starting for June 15th. Rhett's gonna do the 29th, and we'll go from there on the July meeting to decide how we're gonna go from there.
I'll second
All in favor?
Aye.
So you get to pick the movie.
Okay, I got one.
There
It's
you
really
go.
excited because I really wanted it last time, but it just, Amazon messed it up.
There you go.
Sounds good. Okay.
Then you go to the next movie.
Oh, no. I'll build the house, but don't ask me to fix the colors.
I have some ones in the house you can.
No.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're down to the old business. So, and that's, you have the bigger stuff.
Okay, yes, so after the last meeting, and I can't remember if it was the meeting that we discussed with the, yes, okay, so the grants that were gonna be available have already stopped for this year. They're not sure if the funding's gonna be there for them the following year until they just get through with everything. So what we have decided was to, well, not us, what they have decided was to go ahead and give me the inventory list for the supplies that they were looking for instead of the improvements. So they have provided me some quotes for their air conditioning unit, which is what they're really having an issue with. And that's actually what's causing the structural problems with the building as well, is their huge window unit on the side of that building is just kind of pulling the wall. So they were looking to see if, instead of doing that, if we could at least get them an air conditioning unit that they can take down that big one that's pulling the wall down.
Do you
And
have
that was all.
prices?
Is that a
Yes,
wall unit?
that's what they were sending. I'm sorry.
So what they have is a wall unit?
No, it's like what should be in a big window.
Yeah.
But it's in their wall. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really heavy and it's pulling the wall, so, and it's not really effective too much in there anyways. So they have submitted me today, they brought me these quotes they got them from AC Outlet and from Lowe's. Is it all Lowe's on this one?
Yeah, that one, the one with the several pages.
Yeah,
for
that's
the-
me. So one of them is showing, and this one, is that gonna come with all of the other stuff, or is that just the unit?
That's just the units
Okay.
on those.
So one of them is showing the unit at 5380, and the other one is showing the unit at 4846. So that's a little bit of
You get the
difference.
same thing from one to the other.
Actually, I'm sorry, with the delivery on the first one, it would be 6856. And this one is showing delivery would be with everything, and this one includes their ductwork and everything with it, the other one does not. This one for total would be 6,966. And that's with all of the ductwork and everything. So,
How many tons is it?
I'm sorry, it's a 5-ton.
Will they remove the old one?
Say again?
Will they remove the old one?
Yes. We actually need 3 units. We have to replace them as we need to. But we can't do them all at once.
Right.
My big concern is, like you said, we've got one hanging on the side of the building.
Yeah.
It's literally pulling the wall
Right.
away from the building.
That's the one I wondered if they would remove it.
I don't
Yes.
think that Lowe's will remove it, will they?
No,
No, but you can get it
I'll get it removed.
Right.
It's 68 what?
It's 6,966.74 is the estimated with, and that's saving $402. By ordering it all together. The other was just for the unit, and that one was 6,856, but they don't get the ductwork or any of that with that.
Now, we'll take, before I buy a unit, I'm gonna get with a certified HVAC man.
Yeah.
Go with his recommendations for the type of unit we put in there.
Right.
Those are just numbers.
Right, this is just the most common that they have up there.
What was that with everything again?
Everything was $6,966.74, and that is with delivery, correct?
And installation.
See, I was on the call. That may be picking it up.
Because it says delivery, but then it also shows pickup, so I'm not sure. Yeah, because it shows delivery, scheduling, and checkout.
With the Lowe's unit, delivery wouldn't be an issue, so we get somebody to go pick it up.
Right.
What are these different things? These are different things?
These are for the ductwork and everything that he was needing for the unit.
But it includes the installation? No.
Who's gonna install it?
We know a couple of HVAC men in the area. They do work for us, off and on as need be. They donate their time and labor.
Did you see where we?
Right,
No installation.
right, that's what he's saying.
As far as replacing a total unit, I'm not sure if they'll be able to donate to,
Here,
Everybody
y'all
on
see
there?
this.
All of the equipment that.
So-
but I
Right, this
don't
one
wanna
is- this
bother
one's
them
just
to
this
talk
one.
about it
Delivery,
It's not the other.
if it's not gonna happen.
if y'all need to. That first one is with all the ductwork and everything, and the total price is at the very end of those staple pages. The other one is just the unit with delivery.
You need a quotation for installing it too, right? From somebody?
He's got 2 people that he's gonna speak with. to see.
Yeah, we've got people who do that for a living.
Yeah.
Don't know if they'd be able to do the installation totally free.
Right.
I don't wanna waste their time with going over this
Right,
if,
unless you know.
if it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
If I see that it is a good chance of it happening, I'll talk to them about it. And I will try to sweet talk them into installing it for
Right.
free.
It's going to be close to the same.
It doesn't have the double work.
Right,
Yeah.
it's only the unit with delivery.
Yeah. I think I'm good. And those is the only where.
Right. I will make you aware that just because of procedural changes from our training, that if this is approved by this board, it then has to go, of course, to council, but then they have to give, it'll be 60 days at least before it would be completely finalized.
Okay.
And that's it.
Because of the new laws.
Right.
that they have.
Uncle Sugar Puss has always got to get involved somehow.
No. We had it pretty good. We were doing pretty good helping our businesses, you know. The government got involved.
Right.
You gotta make sure they're getting their share.
Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it. It's really a shame. Yeah.
They need help to pay for those bills that they passed that were already paid for.
So, but this, getting this unit will actually take a lot more off than just getting the air conditioner, because it'll reduce the load on that wall, from the outside wall.
Yes.
And I mean, it's not, of course, gonna fix any problems, but as far as the foundation and stuff goes, but it's not gonna allow it to get any worse.
Correct.
So the chair will entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we accept the Lowe's pricing and equipment and then, allow it to go to city council.
Sorry, there was a gnat over here. I think after everything that we've discussed with them, and of course I was there when the guy was out to look at the foundation and do that. They do have employees that are employed from the city. They do bring in sales tax. They do send out a lot of money to a lot of foundations and a lot of things that are good for our community. I feel like, you know, trying to give the money for the building would have been, we wouldn't have been able to do that because there would have been no fixing it. I think that providing them at least one air conditioner to try to get that load off that wall wouldn't be a bad idea.
So is that second?
I second that.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask that there be a specific amount put to that we're agreeing to actually?
I thought the
No
motion
more
was
than
with
10,000?
And,
No more than 10,000?
or do we want to go specifically what's on
I would
Well,
like to
because
entertain
then
some.
we'll need the installation as
These
well.
prices shift on this stuff.
Right, this is if this was ordered on that date, it would save the $402. So you know that there's a possibility of at least the 402 going on to
there?
there.
So that's the reason
So,
I'm asking
yeah.
for.
It's ordered, it's already ordered? Okay.
No,
No.
it's not, yeah,
And they
Yeah.
give a military discount too.
Yeah.
At Lowe's.
Yeah.
For military.
Yes.
Let me look at those right quick.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's on there or not.
So what I'm asking for is
It's
just a number that
These
we're agreeing
prices,
to give them and they would, you know,
Because
have
that
to
doesn't
come up with
also have
whatever else
taxes on
they
there, does
needed.
No,
And it doesn't have the
Greater than-
taxes on there either. But y'all get tax exempt or not?
yes, we do.
Okay, so that's not a concern. I would say no more than 8,000.
8,000 is,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at 2,000 for the furnished unit, 48 for the AC unit.
On the last page, it gives you a total for all of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this includes the ductwork.
Yes,
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
but not installation.
right.
so,
I'd like to amend the motion
yes,
and make the motion to approve for 8,000 so that they do have that extra for the installation and for any other addition of fees due to the day that it's ordered.
I'd like to amend that to be no more than 8,000, the actual cost.
okay, so we're willing to give 8,000.
Yes.
Do I have a second on that?
Mhm.
Okay, and then, are all in favor that we're giving 8,000, that's what we're gonna get?
Maximum of $8,000.
Maximum of 8,000.
Sorry, to get other bids, so she's not eligible to agree.
Who seconded that?
You
That's
second.
it. It's a little more clear.
What do you mean?
Okay, well, it's on the table right now to give 8,000. We have to either yay or nay it.
No more than 8,000, right?
No more than
Yes.
8,000.
Right.
So all in favor?
We'll go with that.
Okay, all right. So, the next step will be that we'll go to council and ask them to put it on their agenda and get that approval so that we can do that.
Okay, how's this going? Is this a grant? Or do we need to pay you back?
This is a grant in this particular instance.
Okay, when it comes down to ordering the equipment and getting it, let you know what that cost is at the time,
Yes,
and you'll pick it up to 8,000.
Yes.
yes,
Exactly.
I won't do my best to get it way under that,
yes,
Appreciate it.
but,
yes.
okay,
Yes.
Well, everything you
But
need to do
again, it hinges on the city council approval with.
Right, and also because, that would give them the time that they can have citizens that,
Citizen input on it.
right,
okay.
And you could get other bids in the meantime if, you know.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you can
good
find
at
out.
sharpening my pencil and trying to get stuff inexpensively.
yeah. I mean, those aren't really bad prices to begin with. I thought it was gonna be a lot more than that for the unit itself.
It's not bad
Yeah.
pricing, but they have to pick it up. They've got to get somebody to put it in.
Right,
It would be nice to see a whole bid that was,
Turnkey.
Well, the kicker with that is we don't want to pay somebody commercially to do that installation.
yeah,
They
I
have
understand
somebody
that.
Because you're looking at probably a $4,000 installation
Right.
fee.
We understand that too.
And if we've got people that can do it for a whole lot less than that.
Sure, yeah, and we understand that completely.
You gotta fix that hole in the wall.
yes,
And those
yeah,
foundations.
Okay, so it'll go to, I will request it to be on the very next, meeting that they have for the city council. And we'll go from there.
I'll keep in contact with you. Sir.
And we will talk with the kitchen and the executive committee on that and see if maybe we can cater that for you.
That would be great.
That's on the 28th, right?
Right.
Okay. Just get back with us,
Who actually got
And,
that quotation?
you know, give us a bid estimate on how much.
This is
Well-
what is on there to order.
I'll let
And then put
Allison know
everything in
as soon
there.
as I get an
This is what
answer,
we need
as soon as we
for the-
find out.
Everything.
I know.
Because like I said, we have to talk to the kitchen manager,
I
make
think
sure
that's
that
the thing.
she's
I
comfortable
think
with
that's
trying
the
to do
thing.
something like this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to speak for her out of turn.
Understand? Quite
But we'll
understand.
sure give it a shot.
Sure.
Okay,
Thank
sounds
you.
great. Sounds great. Okay, so let's move along then. Next
I make a copy of
is,
these and I'll bring them
You
back.
can keep them.
we need to take action on business of the month. So, any suggestions for this month? Awesome.
Rancheros,
Rancheros,
just because, I've already talked to them a couple of months back and they were eager to try to get in there.
okay. Anybody else have any discussion on that, or?
Well, we did talk about the tire shop a while back. I did speak to the people
They've
there.
already gotten their
They
certificate
got their certificate,
Yes.
yeah, they got theirs, yeah,
and the donut shop got theirs.
and the donut shop got theirs, okay. So, any discussion?
They like rancheros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either.
And then I make a motion for the business of the month to be Rancheros for June.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Dairy chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Surprised Allison didn't vote for the study.
Well, that's, I can't be all impartial. I have to be unbiased.
Okay, we need to, talk about our building on Highway 276, 1300 East, Highway 276. And I'd like us to go into executive session and discuss this right now for several reasons.
If you'll excuse us, we're gonna go ahead and leave.
Thank
Have a couple
you.
phone calls tonight.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate you. Oh, I do have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this tax money the only place you get your funds, or do people sometimes donate funds to you?
They do donate funds sometimes, but it's rare.
Yeah. Few and very far between.
Tax money, we get from sales tax. We
Okay.
get like a fraction.
Okay, I just wondered if some, people that would donate to you from time to time, or if it
They
was strictly
can.
tax
They
sales tax.
can, legally they can, it's just that I don't think anyone's really thought about us that much.
I'll admit, I haven't until I get to know what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to help everyone we can.
Yeah, I mean, you do great for the community.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
So if we could, let's go into executive session.
Executive session to discuss real property.
To discuss real property. Okay, so the time is 8:53, and we've returned from our executive session. Okay, so Chair will entertain a motion.
So we have looked at rebuilding, or remodeling the building, and we found that the cost of remodeling 1,300 at Texas 276 is very close to building a brand new building. So we recommend that we build a brand new building instead of remodeling the existing building, because it's much more cost effective. And it will be long lasting.
Okay. So is that your motion then that we,
So that's the motion.
okay. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
So we're making a motion to get bids for that.
Yes. Get bids towards doing that, or could be in the discovery stage of bids for that. Okay. So I guess I need it. All in favor again?
Sorry.
Aye. Since we, okay. And
No action on.
no action on old business part D on 5052. It's Highway 276 at this point. So
There's no solution.
there's is there no citizens here, so we have nothing for non-agenda items, so
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.